Alright folks, in this video we're going to do a walkthrough of one of those special projects type of situations. My mom has a pair of shoes that she wants me to print a replica of a heel on it so they can replace the heel. Obviously we'd probably do this in TPU or some other, maybe some type of nylon that's pretty durable and resistant. But recreating what's there is the challenge. Now we could try to scan it and that kind of thing, but I want to show you all some tricks with the process and give you a feel, and just in case you're having a hard time visualizing what I'm going for, if you just imagine a, this is going to be a horrible, but lady shoe kind of thing, piece that we're probably more like that. I don't know, you know what I'm going for. Anyway, we're doing this right here. That's the piece that we need to replicate, and it looks like I've traced it out on a piece of paper. It looks kind of like this and with some thickness. So that's what we're going to make. So I'll just hit escape there. And the first thing we're going to do is start a sketch. Now I've traced over here, so I'm going to create my new sketch first. And I'll start with the bottom plane. And I'm going to insert, let me see if I can just do a copy paste. No, I'll do insert. So let me insert the image in by going to insert, attach to canvas, selecting the face. It's going to be that face, and I'm going to select the image. Alright, got it selected. And now you can see the image right there. I'm going to go ahead and rotate it because I want to draw it this way. And the question is scaling. So we'll zoom in first so you can see the image. I went ahead and took a measurement and drew a line that is this. I don't want the being that hard to see. Alright, I drew a line from here to here, and I actually measured it with a digital caliper. It's 22.42 millimeters. So my objective is to scale this thing in such a way that that's a true version of that. And this is a little bit of the trickier part, is figuring out what kind of scale factor we're going to have. So first thing I'm going to do is come over here and draw a line that it is in fact 22.42. Things having to really think about it today. Alright, so you can see that my 22.42 line is much smaller than this. Now, what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to edit this thing. And to do that, of course, I lost my line there. To do that, we have to go back to edit feature. So let me click that off for a second. So to reorient this, it's not going to give you a lot of options by clicking on it, but you can go down to the picture itself, the canvas, and right click and say edit feature, and there you go. So I could keep working on it a little bit. This is your scaling ability right here. And I could get in the ballpark. I am going to kind of drag it. And our objective is to scale it in such a way that line matches up with that other line. And it's not an exact science. We can probably get pretty close. We can see as we do this process that, let's see if it's adjusting my scale factors for me. Nah, not much. Keep going. You can see I'm really close now. Let's go just a hair back. I'm going to get as close as I can. I probably can get this manually fairly close. Maybe I can't. That's really close right there. See that? My line is about the same length as that. So that's a quick way to scale it. Now if I knew like a real scale factor that I could go through, I would just type that in and done it that way. But this is the quick way I found to do that, and it's the right size. So now that I have it scaled to true size of what the image shows, my next step is to be just to trace this particular feature. And I can do this with a combination of, I gotta watch my grids though. My grids will interfere with this process if I'm not careful. And you know it's not going to be an exact science in the recreation of this either. You know, we're going to go to some links to make this work. And I have to, again, click carefully and slowly, making sure that I'm watching my curves. Now, I could have used an arc right here, but honestly, if you just draw small enough, you're going to create the curvature as you need to. close it. And there's the shape. Now I will note this. See this image right here? It's noting the fact that when I was marking or tracing this with a pen, that there's a slight pen offset. So I made a note to myself that this might be the actual pen offset. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is, work with that and assume that I'm probably slightly off. So I'm going, because of the pen's size, and hit offset. Click my edge, and I'm going to pull it in till it's about lining up with that. And that's pretty close. And there's no perfection here because we're just recreating an object based on what we have. It doesn't have to be perfect. So anyway, I now have my extrusion. Now you'll notice also in the sketch that I point out that this thing is going to be about 6 millimeters tall, and it is slightly tapered. So it's going to actually taper uphill a little bit too. So I may have to account for that as well, but we'll see. Let's try it first. I'm going to hit stop sketch, and I'm going to hit create, click the inside zone, and new body, and we're going to choose a taper. We want it to flare out, so I'll do like a -15, distance of 6. Let's see how that's starting to look. Maybe I need to go the other direction. +15, and it's got a little bit of flare to it. That's not too bad. Let me look at it that way. And I may play it even safer. I could taper it a little bit less by changing it down to 13. Still got a little bit of taper, not bad. So you can see what that taper does. It just, as it extrudes, it tapers it out or tapers it in. I hit OK, and my feature is now made. And just like that, I have used the technology to recreate something that was custom. And if I do some slicing and that kind of thing, I'll have to make sure that I fill this up correctly with infill or solid perimeters, because it is going to be a pretty durable feature. But with those 2 little steps, I have recreated a part to make Mama happy. All right, so there you go. Seeing how it's done, we may give you an example of the image for you to try it yourself. And if so, make sure you do that. It's super handy and a good little exercise. We'll see you.